Hello, I am back on Western Wilds on Farming Simulator 22, and today I'm going to be showing you my top 5 favourite autoloaders. Now, I'm going to be showing you my favourite autoloader for balers and for pallets. So my first two are, I'm going to show you in the settings, but this is one of them. I put them on the back of the trailer already. So this is the Pong SPX816. Now, if you go into bale loaders, you'll see here, well, I've actually leased it. This is the one that I'm talking about. You do have different capacities available in this pack. Let me go and show you. If we go up to tools, and then over to low loaders. I believe it's in low loaders. Okay, so you have one in the low loader, but the quickest way to get to it is actually in the mods and DLCs on this particular menu. And then you'll see the Pong pack. You have 24 balers, which is the one which I have out now. You have 28 and you have 32. There is also, just out of interest, there is a couple of other items in this pack as well. Both of these are for animals, and this one is just a general flat trailer bed for your transporting of goods. Now these three are autos. They take square and circle bales, and you can see the sizes down the bottom: 125 to 180 centimeters in the circle bales, and for square 180 to 240. And this is exactly the same for all three. The only difference is the weight that it can carry and the amount of bales. The slot count all stays the same at 5 for the big two and 1 for the smaller 24 baler. Okay, so let me show you this in action. So on PlayStation, you click L1, turn the operating position on by square, and you just drive up close to the bales. And like magic, they pop on. Can't get any better than that, really. Now, of course, this isn't traditional farming. I'm very aware this may not be for everybody, but for anybody that wants to get jobs done nice and quickly, get everything across to their farm, feed their animals, this is pretty darn good. So then you just change it to operating position, and then you can unload the bales. Okay, so you click L1, triangle, and you can lift them up by, bear with me, L1, sorry, let's just reset it, operating position, transporting position, unload bales, and then you simply move the bales with the right joystick, R3, and you can unload the bales here. Really nice and easy. And you just reset operating position, and they can hop back straight on if you think, oh, that's not exactly where I wanted to put them. Really nice mod. I'm a big fan. So that's for 24 bales. Can be pulled with a tractor. So yeah, it's one of my favorites. Really great. So moving on now to the TLX package. So again, in mods, you can go down to TLX Phoenix series, and I have in front of me a couple of TLX Phoenix cats. Just make sure that you have this set to rigid 2. I find that works the best. And then when you switch over to download the autoloaders, I'm going to show you today the flatbed, which is again 125 to 180 on the circle, square 180 to 250, and 1 slot on console. And then I'm going to show you the auto mini baler, just wrapped into one. I know, should technically be top 6, but I am doing top 5 today. I'm going to show you the mini baler in action, 120 centimeters, just the little square ones, 1 slot on console. Again, really great piece of kit. Just make sure that when you click on the autoloader here, switch across left straight to Bales autoload on the configuration, because there are a few different options, okay? Mini autos, straight autoloader. And actually, whilst I think of it, with the pack here, make sure you switch auto onload on in that setting, otherwise it will not work. Okay, so let me first show you the big one, the big boy. Again, L1, square for operating position. It works exactly the same. So you just drive up, you see the bales. Now, I just want to show you this. Both of these will only accept the same bale size at the same time. That is just standard, okay? And it will always remind you. So just in case it's not working, that is why. So this is the TLX Phoenix with the auto loader on the back. Really one of my favorites. And while I'm here, it's the same package, okay? So I've put it in as, this is one of my tops as well, just to show you. Make sure you have the select tool, make sure you switch it to the back so that you can select operating position. And then let me show you this one in action. This is the little square bales. And here we go. And for a big field like this, it is just bliss. Getting things done, especially if you have contracts as well on. If you're doing a contract and you're doing a harvesting and you need to get bales across to a certain place, rather than using a fork, great way to achieve your end result. So that's 58 bales and it's only 23%. Incredible. So there you go. They are my top two, let's say almost top three favourite packs for auto balers. Okay, now for pallets, I have three options here, all varying quite differently actually, and I'm going to start with the TLX Phoenix pack again. So in the TLX you'll find there's trailer, there's the auto baler, and then there's the auto pallet loader as well, and that is this one right here in the green. So if you go straight back to the TLX Phoenix series, along you go. There's this auto loader version here, and I always select mine to unreal capacity. Again, I know it's not realistic to have 250 square meters worth, but it's either that or 34 square meters, or meters cubed, I apologise. It's a good piece of kit, and depends how much work or how much you have to transport. So I'm just going to show this one to you. Again, switch the tool, and we're going to drive over and just see if there's anything over here. I think I have some bread available to pick up. So if you click L1, you've got deactivate and activate your auto load function. And very simply, you drive up close to it. Oh, I'm so sorry, this has actually got some furniture already in there. I apologise. I've driven up so closely to furniture. It has already got some in. So we're going to drive back. This is the one issue you will have with autoloaders. If they drive too closely to something, they will pick it up. So earlier I must have driven a little bit too closely to here. There we go. Now the nice thing about this pack is if I drive closely to something else whilst this is in here, it will not pick it up. So, but once it's in, and you need to just sell what's in the pack. So they're all like that though. They all work the same. It's a good bit of kit. It's actually been my go-to since I've started. So this is definitely in my top 5 favourite balers, autoloaders. And moving on, we have here Brockman trailer. Let me show you this in the mods and DLCs. Nice and simple. All you have here is a wheel setup change, and you can change the colour as well. And moving on, I'm just going to check. So here you can pick up a number of different items. Let me just see. You can pick up maple syrup, so I'm going to go and pick up some maple syrup. Let's go and do that. So this can be pulled with a tractor. And the only thing you need to do is open the door to make it work. So the autoloader we had earlier does not pick up maple syrup. That's really, really important to know. It does not pick up maple syrup. So depending on what you're looking to, or what you're farming, it's dependent on the type of autoloader that you're going to want to use. So I'm just going to back this in now. I'm going to open the door. As you can see, my driving skills with this particular trailer are not up there. So I prefer the other autoloader for this very reason. Okay. PLX Phoenix with the auto load pallet on the back. Let me show you this in the shop. So it's this particular one here, the flatbed with the auto pallet. So you have a standard 34 meters cubed or unreal capacity, which knocks it up to 250. That is pretty unreal, but I absolutely love it. And this one here, it can pick up the majority of items, but not all. It's really important to note that it cannot pick up everything. Now, I'm going to go and grab the planks. You just need to make sure when you press L1, you've got activate, autoload, deactivate, autoload. So make sure it's active when you drive up next to the item that you would like to pick up. And then here we have it. Auto load straight on, and that is our first one complete. I always tend to deactivate when I drive, just in case you pick up any unwanted items, or switch to another item and lose the item which is in your bag. Number 2 is another one of my favorites. This is the auto loader. Brockman trailer 3018. Let me show you in mods and DLCs. Here we go. Only a couple of different options, wheel setup and wheel, so between 2 you have main colour and rim colour choice differences. Now this one does have some good items that it can pick up, as you can see, very varied. Note that it doesn't pick up honey, but it does pick up maple syrup, which is very handy if you're looking to pick up some maple syrup. The one next to me, the Auto Trailer TLX, does not pick up maple syrup, and this one does not pick up honey. So it's really important to check when you purchase or lease one of these items to make sure that you are picking the right autoloader for your farm. So quite simply, we drive up, we're going to pick up some bread. I do have some other items over here as well. You just drive up and you don't even need to open the door, but I will, for effect, show you it all inside. I'm not sure what has fallen over there. Is that more bread? It's spawned a bit funny. How very odd. I'll have to check why that spawned funny later, but there we go. Very easy. Drive up next to it. You don't even need to open the doors. Quick and easy to drive. Attach it to any tractor. And that is the autoloader Brockman. And last but not least, we have the Crone. This has 40,000 litre capacity, which makes it my ultimate favourite. You could add any truck to the front. I've chosen a Mack, but you can detach and attach so that you can change any trailer. Really important, which I didn't mention earlier, is these particular TLX items, also with the auto balers, you can just attach and detach. So you only need one truck at any one time. Nice indeed. So this one, let me take you over to my honey. I don't actually have much honey to pick up, but for effect, I'll just show you it in use. Rather large, definitely the biggest piece of kit. And it does make you feel a little bit more normal, rather the unreal capacity which you can get in the TLX, which I just showed you. And this one, quite simply, make sure you have the tool selected. We're going to turn on the auto load with the cross. So we only have a little bit here, but it'll work. We're going to open the curtain side so you can see it working. And unfortunately, because we have such little goods here, you cannot see it in there, but we do have 165 litres of items in there. Beautiful animation. Open and close. And there you have it. And you can actually, it auto loads automatically. You saw another spawn just come there, and it automatically loads for you, so you do not need to worry. And that is my top 5, well, 5.5 if you count the mini baler, auto loaders, pallet and balers. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe and give me a like. Please feel free to share. But most of all, thank you so much for watching.